Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lewis. I'm the Program Director for the Nanomedicine MSc in Swansea. And as part of the Catching Up with Alumni question and answer sessions, I'm talking to one of our graduates from 2017, Judit. So Judit came to us from Edinburgh, where she studied environmental biology. And she went on and she studied the nanomedicine course, spent a little bit of time traveling out in one of our collaborative institutes, and then successfully graduated and has moved on to bigger and better things. So Judit, nanomedicine, you enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, I loved it a lot. I think it was really modern course, which basically means it wasn't like textbook based. We always had like the newest, freshest research that we based our courses on. And you guys always brought like experts in from the field, from industry, from and from academia as well. So I really like that part.
So you think we've got a forward-thinking course, but that's challenging, right? Did you find the course content challenging? Was it stimulating? You know, do you like the innovations of nanomedicine and how it can open up new fields in medical application?
That's the reason why I went there, because I think the course is very unique, where it kind of merges the technical aspects of nano particles and nanomaterials with the medical aspect, which I didn't find in any other course really. And yeah, it was definitely challenging. So we all worked our asses off, but it was really worth it. It was very enjoyable, and we went away with an overview of the coolest, newest research. So that became an advantage later when I was applying for PhDs, and then I could distinguish which direction I really wanted to go to.
And from a postgraduate study point of view, you know, doing a master's, they're much more kind of mainstream in Europe, in America, whereas in the UK people tend to go straight into PhD. So how do you reflect on doing a year's master's as a transition towards what you're doing now? Did it help you have that time?
So I decided to do the master's course because of two reasons. First of all, I felt that I wanted to change direction. So my undergraduate, as you said, was in environmental biology, and I wanted to steer towards something more medical based. And I found my interest actually through the Swansea course, which are extracellular vesicles, and this is what I'm doing now during my PhD. So that's one of the reasons, and it successfully helped me to move into a more medical related field. And the other thing is, I think it really helped me to prepare to become more focused and more to build up perseverance in studying and in holding on to a subject and reading and understanding things that I initially find hard to understand, because that's what a PhD is about. And I was, I think, much more prepared after the course than like I would have been just straight out of BSc.
Okay, good. So one of the things we kind of pride ourselves on doing is challenging students, but also supporting them. So developing relationships, treating people like postgraduate students where they have a formal relationship with the academic staff, but they really get to know them, break down those traditional barriers and feel like they're part of a team in terms of their professional development. And you're saying that you really, that helped you. And so that's really cool. It's a very good endorsement of what we do. So tell us a little bit more about, you're doing your PhD now. How long do you have left? What would you like to do next, and maybe reflect a little bit on your time in Swansea and how it's helped you prep for all of these career development stages.
Yeah, just that you mentioned support, I think I'm personally very grateful actually to the whole Swansea postgrad stuff, because it was not always easy for me. Personally, it was sometimes challenging as well, and during my project I had some difficult times, but I always had like incredible support. So that was really cool, and I'm very, very happy for that. And as you said, like in Swansea, everybody is really friendly, and like you're not just a number as a student. You're more like a recognizable individual. You can chat to all the professors. So that was definitely a plus. And in terms of how it helped me, well, it did help me to like not just to choose a postgraduate like PhD that I really wanted to do, but it really helped me to be prepared for doing lab work, doing a lot of research, and just be ready for all that work that it encompasses.
Very good. So yeah, I'm glad that we managed to take the time to catch up. I'm glad that you're doing well, that you're studying for your PhD and you're happy, and that you have good feelings about Swansea. So if you were to give yourself some advice, if you go back 4 or 5 years where you were thinking about what to do next as you're studying in undergrad, what advice would you give? Would you say go and study a master's, take the time to learn? What would you say to yourself on reflection?
I'm very happy with my decision on this one, actually. So I think it's worth the time, and it's worth the effort. It's basically 1 full year, and some places in Europe a master's can be 2 years. So I don't think it's that much of a sacrifice, but it adds a lot to the CV as well, and it adds a lot to just personally as an experience.